Top 10 Best Light Novel Anime of the Decade. There are things about light novel anime that appeal to almost every demographic. Even though light anime targets the young adult demographic, their readership is varied. Critics of light novels may compare them to pulp fiction, but the fact remains they dominate the publishing industry. Anime adaptations made out of these light novels usually combine elements of fantasy RPG settings with fan art or fan fiction. The anime titles are heavily loaded and the artwork visually appealing. Since the decade has almost come to an end and it saw an exponential rise in the popularity of the light novel anime, we decided to put out a list of 10 best light novel anime for you. But before we get into the video, if you aren't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. I upload top 10 anime videos daily for you. Also comment below what is your favorite light novel anime of the decade. Number 10, Your Name. Your Name or Kimi no Na wa is one of Shinkai's greatest works ever. It combines elements of romance, school, and drama with a dash of supernatural. If you are a sucker for straightforward stories, this one's for you. The basic premise deals with a high school girl Mitsuha Miyamizu, who desires to live the life of a boy in Tokyo. In contrast, a Tokyo boy Taki Tachibana hustles every day to make it big. Some mysterious phenomenon swaps their lives and their bodies, and the two begin to search for each other. Ever heard that quote, "Lovers are in each other all along"? This is the anime rendition of it. Number 9, The Devil is a Part-Timer.
Manifest now, my true power, so I may vanquish all evil! She can still do that? I am a hero born, though the world may change. I swear that fact never will!
The Devil is a Part-Timer is based on a light novel Hataraku Mao-sama by Wagahara Satoshi. The premise of this anime starts in the world of Entei Isla, where once a powerful demon lord Satan reigned. That is until him and his general Alciel are attacked by the hero Amelia. As a consequence, the two temporarily retreat into an alternate dimension, the human world. Of all the places, they land in modern-day Tokyo, perhaps not the best place to start from. As survival takes precedence over everything else, Demon Lord becomes Mao Sadao, a man who works at a fast food restaurant. The Devil is a Part-Timer is hilarious from the very beginning to the end. Mao's anti-hero vibe is what makes the anime an easy watch. Number 8, Amagi Brilliant Park.
断れば殺すと。
その通りよ。返答を。
いや、急にそんなことを言う。
カニ君。返答は。
Amagi Brilliant Park is one of the goofiest anime out there. It made waves in the anime community when it came out in 2014. The premise deals with a high school student Seiyakuni and a transfer student Isuzu Sento trying to save an amusement park from shutting down. But before all of that, let's rewind to how Seiya got here, at gunpoint, quite literally. Isuzu Sento pulls out a musket and Seiya to accompany her to an amusement park. Turns out, the amusement park is a sanctuary for refugees of a magical land called Maple Landers. Amagi Brilliant Park is a heartwarming comedy true to its middle name, Brilliant. It makes for an apt Christmas watch. Number 7, Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
スキルだ！僕にスキルだ！アルゴノート、英雄願望とはね。何ですかその含んだ言い方。こんなスキルが発現するってことはさ、ベル君、いい年しておとぎ話の英雄に憧れてるね。いやそんな。ベル君。
The Amazing JC, staff adaptation of Danmachi, traces the story of a wannabe adventurer Belcronel and a lonely goddess Hestia. The anime traces their adventures in the city's dungeons where monsters and death await. Not to forget, Belcronel is obsessed with Sword Princess Ace Wallenstein, who once saved him from dying. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? It's an easy favorite, not a hard choice to make if you are looking for something that reminds you of Sao. Number 6, No Game No Life.
迷惑に誓って
No Game No Life hit the screens back in 2014 to the courtesy of Madhouse Studio. The basic plot follows exceptionally intelligent siblings, Sora and Shiro, who exist in the gaming world as the undefeated blank. No Game No Life deserves all the praise for action, its hilarious gags, comedy, and an uncommon lead duo. You may say that the story progression is slow-paced, and that's alright. The essence of No Game No Life lies in Sora and Shiro's overarching on-screen presence. If you think it's one of those stories where the main character is whisked away in the gaming life, don't. The setting may be simple, but the acting, the artwork, and the gags are unparalleled. Number 5. Fate Zero.
何が起こっているの
Fate Zero is based on the works of Gen Yorobuchi, something you should know at the very outset, and that's because the anime Fate Zero picks up minutely from the novel. The story is based on the premise of the Fourth Holy Grail War. The Einspurn family hires ᴅɪsᴄʟᴇ to fight their battle. This is done by means of a marriage alliance between their daughter and ᴅɪsᴄʟᴇ. What follows next is a Machiavellian tale and an amoral survival plot contained in 13 episodes. If you prefer an amalgam of action fantasy battles with a mature plot, Fate Zero is for you. The visuals will keep you hooked. There are no words to describe the visual prowess of Fate Zero. Number 4. ᴅɪsᴄʟᴇᴜ Madoka Magica. What an absolute masterpiece ᴅɪsᴄʟᴜ Madoka Magica is. The premise deals with a schoolgirl Konami Madoka, a happy-go-lucky girl, her friend Sayaka Miki, and a transfer student Homura Akemi. Konami's encounter with a cat-like being changes her and Sayaka's life. The two girls are made offers of magical powers by this familiar in exchange for fighting witches. Meanwhile, the exchange student Homura tries to dissuade them from taking up the offer, for she knows the world of magic isn't kind. Don't be fooled by frills and magic wands on the cover, for ᴅɪsᴄʟᴜ Madoka Magica is a dark take on the magical world. There are heartbreaking moments of despair and gruesomeness that viewers have to put up with. Number 3. Sword Art Online. Much has been made about Sword Art Online, hence it would be unfair to leave it out of this list. Where do we even begin? The premise is basic. It's 2022. A boy named Kirito, along with tens of thousands of people, are trapped in an online role-playing game called Sword Art Online. The players are thrown in the cutthroat competition and the motive to come out. SOA took the RPG harem genre mainstream, and, in the process, it became a stepping stone for the success of isekai anime. Number 2. Konosuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world. A beautiful goddess Aqua gives the loser Sato Kazuma an opportunity of his life. To go to heaven, pertinent to mention that he has died on his way back home, or to get a do-over in life with anyone he wishes to take along. Wait, that's an easy choice. Except that it's not. The thing is, Sato gets a do-over in a fantasy world. He picks Aqua as his partner in a world where he is immediately tasked to fight the Demon King. Oh, and there's the aspect of survival, too. You know, food and money. Granted, Konosuba has the usual eki tropes, but its redeeming quality is its comedy. We'd highly suggest you watch it during the upcoming holidays. Number 1. That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime.
ところでその姿が本性なのか？ゲルミュットのやつを圧倒したあの銀髪の人型は演技したものなのか？この姿のことですかね？
The premise of That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime deals with a 37-year-old virgin who dies a loner. He is brought back to life in a new world as a slime named Rimuru, so, quite literally the title. But wait for a second, he is no ordinary slime. Not only can he consume anything, but he can mimic its appearance and abilities, too. There are 2 words to describe this anime, colorful and light-hearted take on the isekai genre. Granted, it may get a little tedious for a couple of episodes, but that doesn't take away its unconventional and amazing harem narrative. And this is the top 10 best light novel anime of the decade. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Also comment below what is your favorite light novel anime of the decade. And that's all what I have in this video. See you next time.